Hello, it's Caitlin Jenkins, the family law vlogger here, and this vlog is the next in the Stages of Divorce series. We're starting to look at finances on divorce and how they're dealt with, and this vlog is just going to provide a bit of an overview before we get into the detail. So we're talking about a scenario in which a couple are separating or decided to separate, and they're thinking about getting divorced. And we're now going to focus on how we can approach the division of their finances on divorce. So the overview really is whatever process you use, and the separate vlogs about processes, from court processes to mediation to collaborative process to using solicitors, whatever process is used, the overview is the same when thinking about finances on divorce. Stage one is what is there and what's it worth? So what are the financial circumstances? What is the income? What is the capital? What are the pensions? What other assets are there here or overseas, now or expected? So stage one, what is there? Stage two, what are these assets and income worth? So trying to put a value on things. Now, for some things that's easier than others. Bank accounts, for example, it's fairly obvious what the value of the bank account is. But an investment or a share in a private company, or an expectation of receiving an asset at some point, or a trust interest, or indeed the value of an asset like a house that the value of which may be disputed. It's really important to get an understanding of what the value of the assets are as part of stage two, because then only when you've got an idea of what the assets and income are actually worth, then you're on to stage three, which is what are we going to do with these assets? What are the options for dealing with these assets and the income and any pensions? How best to deal with them? How does the law apply to them? And what approach should the couple be taking? What advice should they be taking to try and come up with a solution? So I thought it was really important before we sort of dive into the detail of finances that we have that overview. Stage one is what is there? Stage two is what are these various different assets and income worth? And then it's only at stage three that you start actually looking at what's going to happen to those assets. And it's really important you don't miss out stages one and two and try and skip to stage three of, right, what are we going to do with our assets? Because actually a couple don't necessarily both have a full picture of each of their financial circumstances. One of the parties may have actually organised all the couple's finances, and the other party may have organised other aspects of their lives. And so it's really important you don't skip through stages one and two to stage three around, right, what are we going to do with our money? Because actually both people need to understand what the financial picture is in the round before making an informed decision and getting advice on what they should do with it on their separation. So in the next vlogs, we'll come back to that in a bit more detail, but that's the overview as we start to look at finances on divorce. And as always with the Family Law vlog, if you want specific advice about your circumstances, please contact me or one of my colleagues in the Mills Reeve Children and Family team, and then we can help you on your specific circumstances. Thanks.